A chilling, gut-wrenching call is being made to members of Congress. On the line, victims killed in mass shootings. Their voices brought back using AI to demand change and confront lawmakers for their inaction on gun violence. The project, called Shotline, uses audio provided by the victims' families to create a computerized version of each victim's voice. One of them, Joaquin Oliver, who is forever 17, killed 6 years ago today with 16 other students and staff at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High. I want to remind you what you're about to hear is AI generated, and it is difficult to listen to.
Hello, I'm Joaquin Oliver. 6 years ago, I was a senior at Parkland. Many students and teachers were murdered on Valentine's Day that year by a person using an AR-15. But you don't care. You never did. It's been 6 years and you've done nothing. Not a thing to stop all the shootings that have continued to happen since. How many calls will it take for you to care? How many dead voices will you hear before you finally listen?
Joining us now is co-founder for March for Our Lives and former student at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High, David Hogg. David, that is powerful. Entirely a survivor-driven effort led by Joaquin's father, Manny Oliver, and a number of other families. What impact do you hope this leaves on lawmakers who get this call?
I hope it makes them uncomfortable, because I see the pain all the time whenever I work around the parents of victims of gun violence or their family members. It is incredibly hard work for them to do this, and we need to become proactive and get people's attention before there's another shooting, not just after it happens. Because if we're doing that, we're losing traction. My hope is that when members of Congress get these calls, that they are reminded that either if there are allies, they recommit to this issue, or if there are people who take NRA blood money, that they're reminded of the lives that are stolen as a result.
One of those lives, and I want to play another AI-generated call, was a 10-year-old killed at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas. Here it is.
Hi, this is Uzi Garcia. I love video games, telling jokes and making my friends laugh, and jumping on the trampoline with my family. I'm a 4th grader at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. Or at least I was, when a man with an AR-15 came into my school and killed 18 of my classmates, 2 teachers, and me. That was almost 2 years ago. Nothing has changed. Even more shootings have happened.
I cannot imagine being a family member and hearing that. Can you talk about the bravery of these families and the decision that they made, why it was so important for them to do this?
It's not easy. One of the parents of Uzi, whose voice you just heard, I was with this morning, right in front of the Capitol, when that same message you just heard was played. And it was the first time that his mother heard it, and she broke down. This is not easy for the families. It's not easy for the survivors. But they know that they have to do this because, unfortunately, the people behind me in the Capitol are not taking action, and they have no other choice. What I would ask people to do, though, is to join and support these parents like Manuel Oliver and so many others that have participated in this project. And what they can do is they can go to theshotline.org and have a call put in to their member of Congress using Uzi's voice or using Joaquin's voice or one of the other victims' voices, of course with their parents' permission, that can call their member of Congress and say, you need to do something. And my hope is with this that our members of Congress, our representatives, remember that they're here to represent the American people. They're not here to represent the NRA. They're here to represent people like Uzi and ensure that they have safe futures and a safe country to live in, because gun violence is a leading cause of death. So if people want to help, please go to theshotline.org and make a call to your representative. It doesn't cost any money.
Nobody follows this any more closely than you do, David, so give us a reality check. Is there a piece of legislation with this Congress you think has any likelihood of passing? And I'm wondering who you're meeting with while you're there in D.C.
Honestly, my hope is that we're able to get some stuff through appropriations because we don't have to deal with the filibuster as much there. We definitely need more research funding, but really my focus has shifted as much as possible to really the state legislatures around the country where we're able to change gun laws a lot more easily. And that's why I was just in Richmond, Virginia the other day, testifying on bills to help protect kids from gun violence. And I got to see bills, because a gun safety majority was won in Virginia. I got to see a bill in committee get completely obliterated that was aimed at arming teachers in the first place. So your voice matters. It's only because people turned out that that majority was won by 1 seat in Virginia in that previous election, and it's going to be a similar case in 24, and so on. We have to keep voting and realize this is not going to be solved in one election, and I hope that Congress wakes up and does something.
And tell people one more time where they can go to learn more about this project.
Absolutely. You can go to theshotline.org and help make a call into your representative.